Hey everyone, welcome back to the Light Tapes episode 5. In this episode, I am channeling the Council of Light once again. In this episode, only Jashun comes through. I had my dad interview me in this episode, and it was kind of funny because I had channeled some questions and I was really nervous going into it because I didn't know how this was going to go with my father, right? Because this is someone that really knows me. I was like, is this going to really freak him out? He had not seen me do this before. I had told him not to watch any of the other tapes because I was like, don't watch it. It might freak you out to see me doing this. So he had no exposure to this prior. So anyway, my father is extremely spiritual. He is not Catholic, but he is spiritual. He was raised Seventh-day Adventist. He reads the Bible. He is very spiritual, but I would say he's open, but there's obviously, from what you'll see in this video, a lot more opening that he has to do. And now he's reaching this pinnacle point at 70 years old where he's now reaching, all this frustration, all this anger is coming to the surface and he doesn't know what to do with it. And it's, a lifetime of frustration, trauma, all of these feelings, all of these things that, his generation wasn't taught how to process through, they don't know what to do with it. And that's completely normal and completely okay. And so now he's living with someone, a daughter who is now channeling this Council of Ascended Masters, who's doing all of this stuff, who's opening all of these doors and who's talking about all of these things and who's now pushing him to explore all of these topics, to really open it. So I'm really, really proud of him for exploring it. I think there are a lot of people his age and just a lot of people in general who would be really, really closed off. And so, we were laughing about it. I texted Beth, my podcast co-host and friend afterwards, and I was like, my dad got into a fight with Jashun. I texted my husband afterwards. I was like, oh my God, my dad got into a fight with Jashun. Like, who fights with a council member? Who fights with, basically it's like fighting with an angel, right? Like, I'm like, you fought with an angel, but not really, right? He was really just pushing the boundaries because there's so much fear. And I think that, a lot of people will find themselves in my father in watching this, where you feel like you're so frustrated, you're so stuck, you don't know what to do. And, you want answers. And what Jashun says in this is you can't have it all in a second. And understand that the more that you're frustrated, the more that you are angry, the more that you're ordering from the frustration restaurant, as he calls it, the more that you are seeking, the more that you are telling the universe, the more that you're telling God, the telling source, whoever it is that you believe, the more that you're ordering that, right? The more that you're saying, this is what I want to be. I want to be the seeker, right? I want to be the frustrated, right? I'm so frustrated. So I just kind of want to put that into perspective, that I think from this, the intention was to ask questions about spirituality, ask questions about religion, to ask collective questions. My father, I think, thought that he was getting a individualized reading from Jashun or an individualized one-on-one. But I wanted to put it out there anyway, because I'm kind of hoping that people find themselves within this interaction, within this, this dialogue between the two, and really find themselves understanding, because I think a lot comes through about our ability and our human want and need to find happiness, to work through frustration, to try to understand, and want it all now and want it all, as somebody who's, might find themselves maybe reaching, the latter years of their life and saying, well, why don't I have it yet? Why don't I have it now? And having this angel saying, well, isn't this really exciting? You live with somebody who's exploring all of these things, and they're younger than you in physical body, but they're older than you in soul. And so they're teaching you. And so look at all of this. And so it's really, really a fascinating conversation. And so I'm so excited to bring it here. And I'm really, really proud of my father. And, I think he was really nervous, and I think he's really nervous to have it be shown, because I think he thinks that he's going, to be made fun of in it. And it's, I think, quite the opposite, because I think it's a really, really powerful, potent conversation. And I think a lot of people will find themselves in this. And so there's really no making fun of anyone here. I think it's really, really powerful. So I just wanted to say that beforehand, before diving in. So listen to the conversation, find yourself here, find yourself in it, and I really, really hope that you enjoy, you hear the message that Jashun is trying to convey here, that the council is trying to convey here, and find the strength and the power in that you can create your own reality, you can create your own environment, and that you have that power within you, and that you are your own God of your own universe, and that your beliefs create what you see around you. I think that is so, so powerful. So go ahead and listen in. If you have questions for the council, for Jashun, please send them to me or drop them below. I will be offering one-on-ones for this type of channeling. This was also a pressure test for me. Beth and I will dissect this a little bit and analyze it in the podcast that we have coming out on Wednesday. We talked about it we recorded on Friday, so following this, and then it'll come out on Wednesday. So that will come out, and we talk a little bit about how this was a pressure test for me, because, doing this with my dad, and then afterwards having a conversation with my dad, and I was like, what did that feel like for you? My imposter syndrome is always like, is this really happening, or am I losing my mind? Like, did I have a seizure and I just broke my brain and now I just have multiple personalities? Like, what's going on? And to have my father say, no, I was fully having a conversation with a different individual. Like, it was not you. It was not my daughter. It was very validating for me, and to be able to go back and forth with him. Whereas like me, my ego self, right? Like me, my ego self, Amanda, me who I am as a human being on this planet, would have gotten into an argument, a heated argument with my father. Whereas like allowing Jashun to be there to hold that frequency of Jashun in that moment, because that's what I'm doing, that really was a pressure test for me. And so allowing that to be like that, really showed me that I will be able to channel that frequency and be able to really allow the council to come through, to be able to do private channelings for other individuals, because I've been really precious about it. And again, as you are watching this unfold, I mean, this is only my 5th, 6th, or 7th time doing this. I mean, this is like, in this format, like this is kind of like still new and fresh. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Without further ado, let's go right into it, and I will see you on the other side. Enjoy. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Hello. I am Jashun.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I am always well. Don't be afraid. It is not scary.
No, I'm a little nervous, but I'm okay.
Oh, do not be afraid.
No.
No, our souls have known each other a long time,
Okay.
Yes? You remember?
No.
You must open your heart. Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, very good. Okay, be unafraid. Okay, walk unafraid. You know this?
Walk
Okay.
unafraid.
Okay. Okay, you're meant to be here. It is planned. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. One more deep breath. Okay? Okay. It is meant to be so. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
I read the Bible every day, and like everybody else, I don't question Jesus. But I am curious about different things. After talking with Amanda, I guess my first question would be, tell me what's misunderstood about religion and Christianity.
Well, much is misunderstood, okay, about the Bible because much of it is only as they want you to see, you understand, okay?
Yeah.
It is okay to believe as you do, okay? It is okay to believe in God. It is okay to believe in spirit, okay? But there is more that you must understand. There is beyond, okay?
Okay.
You must understand that the words that you read were written by a man,
Right.
okay? By a very few men have written that, okay?
Right,
And
right.
you are just a man, okay? So do you understand that you are also God, okay? That you have God within you. And what your Jesus or your Yeshua, as we refer to him as, okay, was trying to teach you is that you have God within you. That you are God, that everyone is God, okay? What he was trying to teach you is that everyone has God within them.
Okay.
You are not meant to worship just a man. You are meant to be God within you, okay? So much of what you read is meant for you to see it, and it is meant to control what you are seeing. Okay?
Okay.
It is not meant to be a religion as it is, okay? It is not meant to be there to control you, okay? It's not meant to be rules to follow, okay? It's the way that they are being followed, the rules, okay? As you read them, yes, it is a lot of metaphor, okay? It is just there as guidelines, but it is the way that people are following it. It is misunderstood because it is not meant to be followed this way as law. You understand?
Yeah. So what is the proper way?
The proper way, first of all, a lot of it is missing. Okay? What you need to understand is that the Bible, as you see it, is not the Bible complete.
Okay.
There is much of it is missing. Okay.
So how do we learn about that?
Well, first of all, you learn because you need to look within yourself. You have God within you.
Okay.
Okay.
That I know.
You need to learn about your soul. You need to learn about, first of all, where you come from. Okay. You need to learn about who you truly are. You
I
need
don't
to
know
learn
who
about the past.
I don't know who I truly am.
We know this.
All right.
Yes, that's
Okay.
why you are here.
Oh, okay.
This is part of why you are here.
Okay.
Okay, and the soul sitting in front of you in the spati, as we refer to her as the channel Niana, okay, your daughter, who is younger than you in physical body and much, much older than you in soul body, okay? You must understand this, okay? We have explained in prior, okay, that she is a planet, okay? You must understand this, okay? So here's what you need to understand. Part of this and every single thing that you have come here to do on this planet in this incarnation has been planned prior to coming here, okay? Your parents, your friends, your enemies, all is planned, okay? To learn the lessons that you learn, to experience the things that you experience, the lessons that you learn, every single thing that happens. This moment right here and the one before it and the one after it is all planned already.
Okay.
It is so that you remember who you are, okay? It is also that you remember. But if you remain every single day closed, and you remain closed by opening that Bible and reading the same thing over and over and over and over and over, you remain in a loop, you remain closed, okay? You need to open your heart, open your mind. You remain closed by doing the same thing over and over again. Let me ask you a question, Peter. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. You feel good?
Right now, yeah.
I don't believe you.
When you say feel good, what do you
physically feel good? You
no,
don't
I got my aches and pains, but I'm okay.
You don't feel good because there is much that you are not learning that you are meant to learn now at this time in your life.
About my physical being?
About your soul.
Okay.
Okay? Much about your soul that you must learn and understand. Okay?
Okay.
You have been here for many, many incarnations. This is not your first time here on this planet.
Okay.
Do you think that it is? No. No. Your Bible is a metaphor. Okay? It is a metaphor. You're not the first person to read the Bible. You're not the first person. You're not the last person. But there is much of it that is missing. Okay?
Yeah, you keep telling me that, but I don't know what that is.
You're not going to know what that is because it is hidden from you.
Okay.
What you need to understand, okay, is that your soul comes from the stars. Okay? There are things that are buried in the pyramids in Egypt. There are things that are buried in the Dead Sea Scrolls. There are things that are hidden from the human beings. There are things that people are still discovering.
Okay, so how do we move on to the next level?
You need to connect with your body and connect with your soul. There are things that you are understanding now by working with your daughter, by opening your body, by opening your soul. You're not going to find it in a book.
All right, let me stop you there. So when you say open up my body, what does that mean?
You are learning to connect to your body by taking the emotions that are in your body, by opening your energy centers, by doing the things that Niana is going to teach you, like the Kundalini. Now, by learning some of these things, by speaking with us, by speaking with the council, by now having these conversations, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
You're not going to receive it all in 1 second.
Okay. Okay.
This is just the beginning. Why are you so afraid? Why does this scare you so much? What are you afraid to find out?
No, nothing. What am I afraid of?
Why are you so afraid? Because you have lived your entire life being blind to who you truly are.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I'd like to know who I really am.
So now you are beginning to learn. And you know what that is?
No.
Exciting.
Oh, I'm sure it's exciting.
It's exciting. Because now you get to know. And you know what? Guess what? You live with somebody who is understanding all of these things. Right. So now they will teach you. And that is exciting. Because there is much to learn.
Okay.
And you get to go on this journey now. And that is exciting.
Okay.
Okay? So guess what?
What?
It's exciting because you get to go now.
Okay.
It's exciting.
Okay.
So you get to ask the questions.
Okay.
And you have us here. You have the council here.
Okay.
That is exciting.
The council is all there today? Okay. Okay.
Well, not the entire council is not all there. They're infinite.
Okay.
You can hide behind your humor and your sarcasm.
No, I'm not going to. Listen, I've always had humor and I've always had sarcasm because that's, I believe, you probably think different, but that's in my DNA. That's who I am.
I don't think different, I know.
Okay. So you know that's how I am. I don't fear anything but the good Lord. Mm-hmm. That's who I fear. I am frustrated. I'm 70 years old. I feel like I haven't completed what I wanted to complete in life. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what it is because I'm not really sure.
You will never be complete. That is a part of the journey.
That'll never be complete.
There is no completion.
No completion.
You are a soul. You are infinite.
Okay.
Don't you understand that part of the journey is experiencing
all right. So when I die, obviously I'm just in this body. This isn't, I'm not. I'm just in this body right now. But my soul goes where?
Your soul goes beyond. It goes into source, where you come from. God is source. You are God. God is you. God is in everyone.
No, but God is in me. I'm not
Yes.
God. I'm not God.
Everyone
I
is God.
I worship God.
God is in everyone.
Yeah, it is in everyone. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
You come from source, is your
Okay.
God. God is...
Okay.
Do you
So when
believe
will
that
I-
all is the same God?
Do I believe what?
All of the gods that everyone worships is the same.
I believe in one Lord. Yeah.
Okay. And then you go, yes, after you leave this physical body, because there is so much
Right.
more than just this
Right.
physical body here on
that
earth.
part I know. Right.
Okay.
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 But-
And then you leave this physical body.
And
Okay.
go where?
There are many places where you can go.
Okay.
Okay. You can go back to source. You can go beyond. You can come back to the council where you have started. Okay. Where you have spent lifetimes in the council.
Okay.
You may not know that because you have spent so many lifetimes on earth. You have been an earthbound soul. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
Because
so-
you are so afraid that you are stuck here in this loop.
So let me ask you a question.
You don't have to spend another lifetime here if you open yourself.
Okay, so my next question would be, what is the definition of being happy?
Being happy?
Yeah, I mean, you said we're never complete, which I kind of get, but how?
Well, because you're searching for something. You're searching for something.
But I don't know what that is.
But why are you searching?
I don't know.
Because it's inside of you. Don't you understand?
Yeah,
You
I'm
are
searching
love.
for something because I don't feel.
You don't need to search. That is the problem. That is your number one problem, is you're searching.
For
Be
something.
happy now.
I am happy.
Be love now, and it will arrange itself around you. What you don't understand about being God, about being source, about being love, is that you create your own reality. What people are misunderstanding, human beings are misunderstanding, and what we are here to teach you, what we are coming through to teach, what we want people to understand, is that you are the creator of your own reality. So everything that you see, you create with your feelings, with your emotions, with your thoughts.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
If you are looking for happiness, if you are always seeking, you will always be seeking. If you are always the seeker, you will always be the seeker. If you are always looking for something more, you will always be looking for something more. If you decide, I am happy, I am love, you will be that. That will be your reality. You need to understand that it is within you.
So I need to tell myself that I'm happy.
You need to feel it. It is not about what you tell yourself. It is about what you believe.
Okay.
It is about belief. It is about knowing.
It's about positiveness.
It's not about it's about feeling. It is about thought. It is about feeling. It is about emotion.
Okay. I got that.
Creating your reality around you.
I got that.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There is more work that we will do with you. You are just opening up.
Okay.
Okay? Don't
Yeah.
be so frustrated, because you know what you do? You bring more frustration around you. You create more situations that make you frustrated.
Okay.
You say, I am so frustrated. And you know what you do? You bring more situations that make you more frustrated.
Right.
Because then you say to the world around you, I am so frustrated. I want more things to be frustrated at. And then you bring more things to be frustrated at. Okay. And then the universe says, okay, here you go. Here's some more frustration. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you're like ordering from a frustration restaurant. Here's more things to be mad at.
Restaurant. I like that.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any non-angry questions to ask me today?
Non-angry question. Okay. I don't have any more questions about religion or anything like that. I believe that my next thing would be, when I have my next session, I will continue to dig deeper into this with my daughter, Amanda. That's how I feel right now. You're spot on about being scared. I am scared. I'm scared of the future. Not as much for me, but for my wife, Terry, and for Amanda, my granddaughter, and Rob. I do have one question. I pray all the time. Do you have any negativeness against that?
No, we have no negativity. We are light. The Council of Light.
Right, you have no negativity, but in other words...
There's no negativity.
Right.
Prayer, we believe in prayer.
Oh, good. Okay.
And as we had said the last time that we spoke through Nihana, we had
Right.
said that prayer is important because prayer is words and codes that come through, okay? So we believe that when you are praying, you are setting a wish and you are setting codes into the different things. So it's setting an intention. So we believe and we know that that is very important. So you can do that over anything that you do, whether it is food, and prayer is similar to the way that some people might say an affirmation or manifestation.
Right.
It is different depending on what it is that people believe.
Right.
We don't have one set of rules for
Right,
people.
right.
That is what
I
we
got
want
it.
you to understand, Peter. You say that you believe, but you want to control and you want to also be controlled. What we want you to do is open yourself to remembrance. We don't want you to be something you're not. We want you to remember who you are.
But I got to learn who I am first.
True, but you are an infinite being, okay?
Right.
An infinite being, okay, who is a light being, okay? You are a soul first, but you have been here as what we would refer to as an earthbound soul, trapped here, okay, on earth now for a very, very long time. There are some beings who, okay, they come to earth, they go back out, they come back in, they go up, they spend time in the different celestial places, they go different places like Niana, for example, might go to Pleiades, she might come back down, you know, there's different things.
Right,
you have
right.
been stuck here because your soul is ruled by fear. You need to release that, and that is why you are here with her. Okay? And as well as your wife, also ruled by fear. It is not a coincidence. So like we said, every one of you has chosen to be together. Okay? You, your wife, your daughter, your son-in-law, your granddaughter, your future grandson that will come at some point, okay? You all have chosen to be together, okay? Your parents all have come together, okay? The same lessons, okay? Lessons that you were meant to learn, okay? So you and your wife have the same fears, okay? And your daughter, okay, came to clear the same things that you had taught her, all of you together, good and bad. It doesn't matter, it's neutral. You understand?
Right.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. All of you have come together. You all decided this already. It's already decided.
Right.
Okay? So what we're trying to tell you is learn from each other.
All right.
Okay?
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. No more questions. I'm done.
Okay. This was not supposed to be about you. You understand?
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay. She has had enough. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to go. We thank you.
Thank you.
Okay? We will speak to you again. We want you to work with her.
Okay.
Okay? Okay?
Okay.
And we want just a message to everyone. We want people to understand, okay, that they all have come here for a reason. We want people collectively to understand that they create their own reality.
Right.
Okay? And that they can change, okay? And we want people to know that they can open themselves up, okay? We want them to know that, okay? It's very, very important, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay? It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
After you pissed Jashun off.
I pissed him off? Well, I didn't say anything. I pissed him off?
No.